At the end of my last vlog, just as we began catching some quality carp, the trip took a less positive turn. I've been struggling with kidney stones of late, and being in the middle of nowhere with no painkillers or access to a hospital was possibly the worst time and place to be struck by their immense pain. Come on, Tom.
Who's ready?
That is not the colour that it was when I was here last. The water level is falling at the moment. The government are like taking the water out of this reservoir so that they can then let it fill up in the winter and stop towns and cities from flooding. But the water is drawing down at the moment, getting shallower and shallower. And with that, our belief is that the fish that were further up the res have been moving down as the water has sort of taken away from them. The shoal of big uns moved through. These guys absolutely smashed it. I got out here just at the end of that feeding zone, or that period of time when those large fish were moving through. And yeah, the last couple of nights, they haven't been so good. Reason one, I was sleeping on the floor. I didn't have a bed chair or anything with me, and the ground is rather uneven, rocky and uncomfortable. And the second reason is because yesterday evening, my kidney stones came back. I don't quite understand why or how the kidney stone thing works, but the pain was unbearable until the early hours of the morning, just before it started getting light, where it sort of settled down. And I'm actually okay now. I'm glad that that's over. But the session 2 is also over. Around about now, all of this stuff needs to be dropped into that and then driven across to where the car park is on the other side. Nice. Absolutely beautiful. So, what happens when you get everything packed away and you're ready to leave?
Rain.
Brilliant. I see what you mean, how you didn't really realize it was big at first.
It was just a like 25-pound fish that you hit like a 2 times button on.
Nice.
What do you think of my shoes, Brian?
That seems unreasonable.
I think I might be buying some new ones for the plane.
Those are the only shoes that I brought on this trip. I will just give a big shout out to Korda for making boots that are actually really decent. I didn't even realize that Korda even made shoes or footwear, but apparently they do, because I was on their business to business site the other day. I say the other day, I'm really bad at time. It was actually towards the end of last year. I've hiked up mountains. You know how you normally get blisters when you wear new shoes? I didn't get that with these, which was sweet. However, right now they're looking a little bit worse for wear. There's not a lot of margin for error there. I can swim, but my camera gear can't. Oh, mate, those waves.
Centered.
Those waves, bro. Ah! What on earth is that?
Oh, looks like a jellyfish, or...
You're gonna have to pee on my foot, man. It'll stop the venom.
I didn't vlog for the last 3 hours because we just lugged all of the gear across that massive lake, up about 300 meters of mud, and put it all into the car. And now we are knackered. Last minute, jump on a plane. I just got back from America and I was like, yeah, let's go back to America. Why not? But it was worth it. I caught carp, Brian caught carp. I mean, the majority of your fish that were worth catching were before I got here.
Unfortunately, yes.
Oh look, Brian, good news. We have worms.
Dang. We should've got them. We probably would've caught more.
Yeah, John B first showed me these and said that it's like the standard American snack.
This one's a little bigger.
That one's not standard.
I got a big stick of meat, you know? You always gotta walk around with a big stick of meat.
You know, cheese and meat is a very French combination. Oh, there you go, Brian. Perfect. Think that's more me?
It's more your speed.
Okay. Ah, so many shoes. Done. $14 later. Asian. Oh no, yeah, but
China buffet?
you had a bad time, didn't you?
No, that was Thai food.
Oh yeah, this looks sweet. Deciding on food was easy.
Nice.
We go there. As long as it's not more than 20 minutes drive, because we have to wait any longer than 20 minutes to eat, then we're gonna eat each other. I'm hungry. Now we just have the small problem of trying to choose what it is I'm going to eat, because once again, America has so much choice. There is endless options of food. This is exactly what we needed. A proper plate of solid food after probably not eating so healthy on the bank. I got rice, I got chicken, I got shrimps. Brian has got, what, a whole load of meat right there.
Let's get ready to rumble!
Round 2. I said to myself I was just gonna have a little bit. But it's an all-you-can-eat buffet, so it would be rude not to, right? Brian is on plate number 3. He's not eating Chinese buffet food anymore. He's eating into this company's profits now.
Get in my belly!
A bed. A real bed. Oh, they must have done that on purpose, surely. There's no way that's a coincidence. Schindler's List. The journey continues, heading back to the airport. I drank a coffee this morning and I don't normally do that, so... Whew. Apples? Pears? They're very small. Oh, it's like a conference. What is wrong with that fruit? I'm just impressed that you even managed to get the amount of gear that you did into this car. Look how much space there is. None. Glad that we brought some mud with us too. As a souvenir from the lake. Die. Oh, I just realized there's a pike on your...
Oh yeah.
Oh wait, no, muskie.
Yeah. What is this called? Fishaflage. This is called fishaflage.
Okay, let's go. We're at the hotel before we go to the airport. We've got to plan our next big adventure, that being England. It was whilst in the States back in springtime on our Dale Hollow trip that we all decided that our next fishing session together would be in Europe.
Wow, that would be amazing. I've wanted to travel to England for a long time, dude. I would love to do it so much.
Thank you.
Best beer ever.
Oh, cheers to that. My plan is to help Brian, Austin and Brendan break their PB mirror carp, something quite tricky to do in the USA where most of the carp are commons. Either way, I've got some pretty cool venues lined up and I believe this trip should be happening in the year of 2025. Final thing.
Oh, a new one? Oh, nice. I remember you gave me yours off of your head last trip.
Well, since your hat this trip got so muddy.
It got quite muddy. Oh, it fits like a glove too.
It's on the wrong way round.
No, it's not.
Bro, we're not playing baseball. I passed the next 24 hours chilling at the hotel and catching up on work. Planning and having ideas for videos takes me ages, so I was glad to have this time. This is it. I'm finally going home. I'm actually kind of looking forward to it. And I'm finally home. I don't know what I've got on the next few days. I don't know what I'm doing right now. I just feel quite jet lagged and ready for some rest so that tomorrow I can get back on it. So here we are, sitting, or not sitting, standing up in a car park next to the res that I used to fish. Oh my God, this shot is so bad. I'm like really dark. And that background is overexposed. Anyway, I got back from America last night. Tom has convinced me to bring these 2 giant buckets down to the res.
You're giving me a bad name. I said I'd do it by myself.
Wasn't that? Yeah.
Caught you there.
Tom said he was going to do it, but I want to get back down here. The res that it's at the bottom of this hill is a place that I used to fish with Alex, I think 2017. And whilst I managed to catch the big mirror, there's one fish in here that I didn't catch. So
I'm going to try and catch it.
No. Anyway, I'm going to stop talking. I'm going to grab these rods. Oh. That wasn't supposed to happen. And yeah, we'll see you down at the lake for some hardcore spotting. You're gonna get yourself a cameraman. Get yourself a strong one. That ain't me. No, we're gonna swap around halfway, aren't we, Tom? When we fish this place springtime, the water floods all the way back up the valley and fills this lake up. When it's low like this, you gotta walk a long way down to get to the deeper water. So, we just got down to the res, and after me telling Tom, oh, you never see anyone fishing here. No one ever fishes here. There's someone fishing. Not only fishing the exact spot that Tom has been baiting whilst I've been away in the States, which is brilliant. That's fishing though, that's fine. We're just gonna stash our bait in the bushes, hide it away, and come back tomorrow when hopefully the guy's not here, so we can get some bait out. And the bucket's camouflaged. This time, no one is fishing the lake. We can bait up, which is a nice relief given the amount of walking we've had to do to get down here.
No, I can't believe you made me take the buckets back after that session.
I didn't.
That's for the liners in the night.
Yeah. Turns out, spomming 2 giant buckets of particle and boilie out takes a little bit of a moment. Our arms are aching, I'm really hungry, I want breakfast, but the sun's up now and it's probably like midday and I'm starving, so we're gonna go home. Good spomming, Tom. Well, Tom's finally done it. He's got himself a flat. Tom said he needed a strong man to help him move in and carry a sofa. So I don't know when the strong man's gonna turn up, because I'm not it. Well, my man Tom's been a country boy for quite a long time, living amongst the fields and the deer and the farmers, and now he's in the city by the looks of things. Now I think it's in there, that big old building. Welcome to your new home. Thanks, Carl. So, how's that going through that door?
You go first, and then we'll L-shape it round.
Oh, I get what you're saying.
Did you say that you say?
That looks good.
Alright.
You know, Brighton is actually well known for a few things. Got lots of seagulls in it.
Yeah. Yeah, most coastal towns tend to, yes.
Full of cultured...
Not as much as Liverpool, but...
Oh, this looks good. Another mirror, and a sink, and a toilet, and a shower. You need a toilet. Tom needs a toilet. It's a lake. We're going through a big puddle here. Oh my gosh, that was a little bit deeper than what it looked at first. We're floating. No. We're floating. No. I hope there's no more flooding on the way home. Since I got back from my trip to America, I have noticed my pond looks, well, blue. That is not the colour that it was when I was here last. Now what I think the issue is that whilst I was away, one of my filters stopped working for a bit and it just basically cut out. The water stopped flowing. The media that holds the bacteria was dry because there was no water flowing over it, and that probably will have killed my filter bacteria. I think that's what the colour blue is all the dead bacteria that have just leached into the water. However, slightly more worryingly, the fish have also got these white lumps on their skin, or the mucus has grown very thick, which suggests the water quality is quite poor. This is kind of, you could say, an emergency. I don't want to over exaggerate or fret too much, but the fish definitely aren't looking too good, and I need to make some large water changes to address this issue. Normally I'd come here and I'd do that, and they'd all be straight up, feeding from my hand, loving life, but currently Sunny's on the bottom down there. The only one that's looking all right actually is the goldfish, and then these three, all a bit lethargic, covered in sort of white spots and mucus. There's a good flow to the pond, however, what there isn't is quality water. I basically need to turn up the flow of my trickle in so that more fresh water starts to come through, and yeah, get the filter fixed, because the filter has now twice just sort of cut out when I've been away. If I'd have been at home, I would have been able to get it sorted, get it turning straight away, but because I wasn't at home and I didn't know it had happened, the pond went blue and it got full of bad bacteria, and yeah, it's not good. So with the pond situation addressed, at least for now, it was time to get down the res. A little bit steep and slippery there. We're back. Oh, it looks so good. The water level's really down though. You can do it, Tom.
That walk is killer.
It's nice to imagine that there's some absolutely giant old common that happens to come out on a real misty morning.
Ooh, cheeky.
Did you crack off? No. Come evening, our rods were perfectly set. All out nicely around, let me see, that sort of section of bank there. Similar distance, just one in slightly deeper water, and then I'm over that way a little bit, fishing kind of towards the old tree. Got my swim nice and tidy. Tom is just about to
Start cooking up a storm. Burgers. Easy. Yummy. We do have quite a bit of bacon, so we can maybe have bacon on the burgers.
I've got Omi in my ears. Too much red meat in one period of time can cause illnesses such as.
However, you also need to hear Omi in your other ear saying don't waste food.
Also, you must consider that I am here for a good time, not a long time. Hey! Bacon! And the beer. Yeah. Lads. Tom and I have got one can of Dr. Pepper. We're gonna have a wild night. See you guys tomorrow. Certainly didn't think I'd be fishing up here again. Not so soon, at least. I thought maybe, you know, when I'm an old man, I'll come back and see if those little carp that I caught have grown into big ones. But yeah, here we are. My new, well, he was my housemate. He's not my housemate anymore because he moved out, but my new companion, my angling companion in the south of England. Because the thing is, it's like, I fish with Cal quite a lot, but then Cal lives quite a long way away and he's actually just moved house himself. Who lives in a house like this?
You just like spraying water out of my mouth.
We're gonna get a tour of the local area.
You are getting the best tour of your life.
Oh, wow. Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Look at the size of that.
I'm gonna fish it.
Are you?
Maybe.
Where are you going to start?
Here.
This one.
Closest to the car.
Yeah, that makes sense. So you got a lake that's this big, and you're not allowed to use boats on it.
Good job, I'm big and strong and I can cast 700 yards.
I've seen you cast, Cal. Yeah, Tom made the fatal mistake of moving closer to where I live. So now he's going to be punished with my presence far more than Cal. In fact, I think Cal's just a little wiser than you are, potentially.
Probably.
Can you
The rubbish.
clean up that rubbish? Not like, you don't have to like take it to the recycling centre or anything. It's just
out of your shot.
yeah, temporarily get out of my shot. Good fisherman and fisherwoman brings their litter home with them because only absolute leave litter. Just making the footage even more spooky by it was a atmospheric misty night. What is going on? Tom appears to have hooked something. Come on, Tom. That's a carp.
What?
I thought you had a bream. I thought you said you had a bream, you silly sausage.
What? It didn't play like a flipping carp. That was the weirdest fight of my life.
Nice little spin there. So we are just about to photograph Tom's carp. The sun is coming up and I'm excited because not only is this a new dawn, but it's also a new chapter. Oh my gosh, that was so bad. Did you hear what I was saying? I was like, not only is this a new dawn, but it's a new chapter. I'm so glad you caught one. I was getting worried.
I was content not, because of how beautiful this place is.
Is this set with the settings you liked? Yeah. Oh, mate.
Who's ready? Go on. Yeah. Well done, Tom.
Thanks, man. I just loaded my barrow up after a session at the res. It was successful for this guy. Tom managed to catch one. I blanked, but we got a nice video filmed. Now I've got to get home because Omi's just called me and said my fish are looking really ill. So that's not good. I thought I managed to fix up the pond issue, did a big water change, treated it with some fresh bacteria, but yeah, apparently not. So it's time to take on the big hill. There's Tom down there. And I'm already out of breath, but I've made it roughly halfway. No, probably a quarter of the way actually. And I've still got to go all the way around there and then up the big hill. That was not nice at all. Just that bit to come. I gotta be honest, it doesn't look too promising. All the fish have got this horrible white slime on them and they're not looking so active as what they normally do. Charlie is friendly as normal, but that is not pleasant. It's even on her eye. And Sunny is just sitting on the bottom, looking a bit worse for wear. Got myself some salt. 25 kilos of pure dried vacuum salt. So big water change to dilute the ammonia because that will be poisoning them. And then I'll take that salt and give them a good dosing of salt, which apparently kills off any potential parasites and it works as sort of a de-stressor for the fish. The fish will feel less stressed and their mucus coat won't have to be so strong. That's the plan. Let's hope it works. At first, the salt treatment seemed to be helping, although sometimes things need to get worse before they get better.